slowly at your leisure, moving into your breathing awareness, being with your breath, listening to your breath. May I even say, enjoying your breath. And as you're breathing with awareness, I invite us to move into our inner experience and allowing ourselves to melt what feels like it's hard. Joints, jaw, a spot on your back, etc. Just scan through your inner experience and invite water energy into what feels like it's tight. Whether your eyes are open or closed, at this point I feel like most of you have their eyes closed, which is perfectly fine. Try to see through your eyes like they're 360 degrees balls and feel how you can look through them 360, even from the back, the front, the sides, above and below. You almost would feel like your eyes are flashlights and we just turn them on. Just like, let's give this a moment. You may feel a tight place around your eyes. You may feel emotions that arise from this kind of invitation of 360 eyes, because a lot of different parts are connected to this area of the body. Whatever it is, just slow down your breath, invite more soft, and let it express what it is here to express. No need to fixing. The invitation is to allow. Make sure that your neck is soft, that the jaw is soft. So that there is flow from the chakras above your head, like crown above the head, into the head, through the head to the neck, and the rest of the body with the grace. As we're inviting our eyes to be 360-degree eyeball, where you could see through it from each and every side, as long as you're putting your focused awareness onto it. Let's try, for the sake of playing, let's invite looking through your eyeballs at the back of your head. And just slowly allow it to happen, not forcing anything. There may be some throbbing because more energy is coming there as you're inviting that, and see if you could see something, or maybe you feel something, because seeing something doesn't have to always be visual. It can also be experiential, and it can also be visual. So let's see what we can see through the back of our eyeballs. And the slow breath at the same time. Now slowly I invite you to shift your focused awareness of your eyeballs to the sides, like seeing through the temples, like lizard. Slowly bring your focused awareness to that part of your eyeballs and focus your attention to the sides, and see if you can, what you can see or feel or experience. And a slow breath. Very distinct experience, isn't it? Be really focused on it, not just kind of by the way-ish. Something very soothing. Yes. And now slowly I invite us to move into the top of our eyeballs and look up through the ceiling. I'm not talking about rolling the eyeballs up into your head like you do in a meditation, but if you want to do that, you're welcome to it. I'm talking about as is, 360 eyeballs, and we're focused our awareness and gazing through the top of our eyeballs towards the area of the ceiling, the direction of the ceiling, and see what happens. And the slow breath. Shades of light and gray, moving particles, maybe colors, maybe visions, some sensations around the neck, a general feeling. Where does it hit you? Slowly moving our focused awareness, our gaze forward, the way we do most of the time, whether your eyes are open or closed. Just looking forward and slow breath. Being aware of your inner experience. Now, if it feels comfortable, invite your eyeballs to move from side to side with your eyes closed, very little bit, and very gently, as if you're rocking on a rocking chair on some porch in a summer day. And maybe sometimes being lazy and stopping and not really doing that, and then again. And feel how there's a relaxation that happens. If it doesn't feel good for some of you to do it, then just don't. Just stay in a meditative state. Your head might sway or not. A warm summer day, porch with some trees around you, and that old rocking chair. And the eyes from the left to the right, from the right to the left, in a very lazy daisy gazy, effortless. And now still on that porch, make it unstructured. Whatever comes, the eyes are just smelling the summer or feeling yourself rocking or anything that feels just perfectly right for you right now. The meditation today is about allowance, allowing yourself to go within and explore your inner landscape in brand new ways or old ones from a brand new space. Allowing yourself to find corners in your inner experience when you can rock on some old rocking chair and feel completely relaxed. Allowing yourself to get yourself in a state of complete open and well-being. That's what came where the guidance was to do some meditations about how not to live in a state of resistance. Big topic, resistance. Everybody's talking about it. Nobody knows how to get rid of it for real. So we start here with allowance, with that porch. And if that porch is not feeling quite right for you, you just take your rocking chair wherever you want. If it's a swing, if it's a grass, you know the gist. Mix your cocktail of experiences to get it just right. And from this space of nurturance and relaxation, feel the you that exists beyond your physical body, the space around you, that is connected to that body, and its vibration is the vibration of the body. Feel the vibrating you around your physical body. Also with that rocking chair. And the breath. The eyes gazing within, wherever it feels good to gaze within. Taking in your inner landscape. Open. More relaxed with every breath. And even if not, open to what is. How many moments are just right in your life? And how many moments you feel that if only they would be just right? Is it about your state of being, or is it truly about moments that are not so great? Do you move into your moment with the inner invitation to find your open in it? Or do you move looking for, how can I be safe? Is that okay? No, that's not right. Allowing. Here I am in a moment. I can fight it, I can fight me in it. Or I can say, I don't like it, but I need to find my space here or move on. Let me see if there's a space here for me to exist. Maybe change the moment. Maybe learn something about me. Under the law of freedom, I can always move, always create a reality that feels like, yes, I can exist here. Going into seashores and into mountains within you, or even go in your car and go there in this physical realm, doesn't matter. I allow the moment to dialogue with my state of being. I know that my state of being is creating this moment. I'm here to create flow. And if there's no flow, I look for the flow button. And if there's no flow button, I flow to another moment. So what's the idea here? The idea is staying open. Why stay open? Because then you're connected with that big space around you. And then everything makes sense because you're connected with the big picture of all things. Resistance choking everything. Resistance is like emergency brake that stops you in your tracks and makes you unwell inside and makes you incapable to change anything. I do know that your ability to cope with moments that don't feel right has direct connection to how many moments you spend on your inner porches dancing with angels and nurturing your heart and the poet in you and the spirit that you are. You are not of this physical realm. You need to remember what you're made of. Light that's flowing. Flowing liquid light. Once we get lost in the belief that it's about the table and the lamp and the chair and the rent or the mortgage and the he doesn't get me and she's not good enough, it's like we lost ourselves in this dimension. Flow, flow. Keep saying the word flow if you will, and feel this energy of a road unfolding, maybe water, maybe air, maybe earth, maybe cloud. Feel this road that's unfolding and unfolding you and carrying you as you're carrying it in your consciousness, flowing, flow. I invite you, as I've invited my students and maybe already invited some of you, to go on a diet of not criticizing yourself, resisting yourself. That's what it is. Accepting yourself, dialoguing with yourself in the moments where you don't feel that you got it quite right, from open and acceptance. I invite you to go on the same diet where you intake on a daily basis moments of flow and nurturance in your introvert space, whether you take a walk, whether you sit in your room. If you have to have a guided meditation or music, so be it. You don't have to, so be it. Can you hear your heart in this moment? Some of you may hear the da-dum, da-dum. Some of you just can hear the energy of your precious heart in this moment. Can you feel your eyeballs and your heart at the same time? Can you feel a dialogue between the two of them or not? The three of them, actually. Do you remember a song that opens your heart every time you hear it? Maybe since you were 14. If you do, Can you sing it to your heart and your eyeballs and to your soul and your being and your joy? As we sing, can you feel yourself floating in air? Some of you do already, that's why I'm saying it. Eyeballs and heart and that song that moves you so much, and floating in midair, or maybe just right above your chair. There's so much more than the story you tell yourself about yourself. What you know, it's so much smaller than what you haven't found out yet. You could see that that's the truth when you look back on what you know when you were 5 or 15 and what you know now. And everything you know becomes your past because you already know it. And in the present is pure experience, not knowing, remembering the knowing, but not working from the knowing, pure experience. If there's anything specific within you that you would like to rejuvenate right now, maybe a sadness or a place in your body, or I don't know, whatever it may be, someone close to you that you're in contact with and you'd like to send the energy of rejuvenation towards them. Let's use this moment for healing, for sharing this energy with what is invited to be shared with. Please. I'm working with those of you who invite the energy that comes through me to work with rejuvenating whatever it is you're asking for, the grace of divine love. And if any resistance thought come into your head, like I feel some of you do, how about sending them some light? Every resistance thought or feeling needs a hug. Your resistance needs a hug. It definitely does not need to run your life, but it definitely needs to have a hug. So, how do you hug resistance? It's a good question. Feel where the energy of the resistance is in the body. Usually, it's some kind of a or a no, or falling off the energy, or thinking about something else all of a sudden. So, see where it's at in your chest, in your head, in your ear, in your toe, right there in front of you. A thought. Once you locate the hot spots of the resistance in your body or around your body, invite some golden light, or just feel yourself like an orbit of light and just kind of swirl around it in a circle and up and down and back and forth like an orbit. And the resistance may pout and not be ready to let go, like a muscle needs a moment to relax. This is an energetic muscle of fear and lack, so it's okay. Something about you knows not to identify with that force that closes things up. Not only that, you send a rejuvenation orbit to swirl around it and try to keep everything soft if you can. And if everything says no to the no with a no, then just say, okay, another time. Don't resist the resistance. We come from histories and traditions and stories that highlight the things that don't work. The fact that we're here, alive on Zoom, shows you, definitely shows me, without doubt, that so much is working. In your life, it is so fashionable to work with what doesn't work to fix that. As you practice the energy of allowance, I invite you to be at, to celebrate what works, to go with the flow and flow with the going, to go on that porch and the rocking chair or float or fly. I definitely have not covered the resistance topic to all of its many facets. With the grace you see or experience, a moment of comfort and expansion. With grace you may see that this creates reality just as much as resistance does. If you say maybe even more, you're resisting the resistance, so be humble. Be humble, create magic. Let's get excited about what we haven't found out yet. Not get devastated as we repeat over and over again what we know doesn't work. If there's a prayer that you'd like to incorporate into the space of our meditation today, please incorporate your prayer. with the grace of divine love, all prayer of light beings be answered, manifested, come to be here and now. Amen. Taking a minute to land, bringing your focused awareness to the pelvis, to your knees, the bottom of your feet, and as soon as you're ready, you're welcome to open your eyes. Thank you.